Hello. Today we're going to talk about career fairs. Let me go ahead and do a quick screen share here and we'll get started. As I told you in the intro, we will actually be having two career fairs this fall. The first one will be on September 29th. This is the in-person event and it will run from 11 to 4 in the afternoon at the Lubbock Memorial Civic Center. The second one will be the virtual, and that will be on October the 13th from 10 to 2, and it will be held on Handshake. So some things that you need to know for the in-person event. First, make sure that you bring your student ID. This event is for Rawls students. We will open it up to non-Rawls students late in the day, usually about 2 o'clock. By that time, most of our Rawls students have been able to come in and visit with the companies that they're interested in. And this way we do open it up to the rest of the campus. But to come in early before 2 o'clock, you need to bring your student ID so we can check you in. We will provide bus transportation to and from the Civic Center. They will pick you up over here at Danlaw Field. There will be signs there, and they will drop you off there at the Civic Center and, of course, pick you up and bring you back over here as well. We will have a bag and purse check available to you. We will provide lanyards for your name tags and some bags to carry materials and goodies that the companies hand out. And sometimes they can actually hand out some pretty good swag for you. So be prepared to pick stuff up. You want to arrive early in the morning because a lot of the companies that are real popular can form some pretty long lines. I know companies like Lockheed Martin and some of those kind of companies will have pretty long lines to them because everybody wants to talk to them. You want to make sure that you get there plenty early. And a lot of times the line to get in will start about 10, maybe 10:30. So get ready to be there. One of the things that I want you to understand, this is an event that you don't just do haphazardly. You want to prepare for it. You don't want to roll out of bed that morning and go, yeah, I guess I'll go to the career fair. You want to get yourself ready for it, and when you walk in, be prepared. Also, if this is your first semester of being able to do this, you may not be totally ready to make a commitment and get a job right now. But it's good practice to go to them so that you feel comfortable in the environment and be ready for the next one. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you research the companies. You will be able to see the list of companies that will be at the career fair on Handshake. When you go to Handshake and you look up at the top right-hand corner of the screen, there will be a link there for the Career Center. When you click on that, you can scroll down and see the two different career fairs listed. Right now, they are not both active, but they should be very shortly. And when you click on each one, you will be able to see the companies that are signing up for those events. Now, those events, they will be adding companies all the time. So you want to check back fairly often to see who all has signed up. You want to look at open positions within the company. So go on Indeed, go on the company website and see what they're posting. See if there are things there that interest you. You want to make a list of your top companies. Now, usually for the in-person event for the fall, that's usually our bigger event. And we will have upwards of 125 to 130 different companies that will be there for us. You're not going to be able to visit all of them. So make a list of about 15 to 20 that you're very interested in, and then start doing your research. Use company websites, use LinkedIn, Glassdoor to gain some insight there. One of the things that you really want to pay attention to is the company mission statement. Those tell you a whole lot about the company in a very short statement. So learn that mission statement for each one of them. Then you want to rank your companies. What you want to do is set that where the first part of the list, yeah, you're interested, but they're not your top ones. And then the middle of the list, have the ones that you would consider more your top companies. And then the bottom of the list would be, again, the ones that you are less interested in. The reason you do that is because when you first come in, you're going to be nervous. You're not going to be real comfortable walking up and introducing yourself to the recruiters that are there. And the first few that you do is kind of a warm up. You're getting used to that. You're getting comfortable with it. And then you're prepared so you can go visit with those companies that you're much more interested in. You see 4 or 5 of those, and then have your less interested again. That is because by the end of the day, you're going to be tired, and you may not want to go to all those companies. You may still find some interest in them, but you're not totally on your A game. So you're not quite as sharp at the end. So that's how you line them up. You set up your list. Now, do clothes matter? Absolutely. If you are taking part in the virtual event, you only have to worry about from the waist up. All right? They're not going to see you except sitting down. Now, if you're wearing shorts and flip-flops for the virtual event, just make sure you don't stand up right in the middle of things while you're still on camera. But for the in-person event, you want to be dressed business professional. 70% of employers say they don't want to see how trendy or fashionable you are. 65% of employers said that clothes could be the deciding factor in deciding between 2 different applicants. So you want to make sure that you are dressed appropriately. Not only are you trying to leave an impression with the recruiter, but it also gives you a sense of confidence when you're dressed very nicely. You know that you're fitting in there, and you know that you are ready to visit with them and talk to them. So make sure that you dress business professional. For men, grooming is very important, of course, for both men and women. But for men, you want to make sure that you've got a neat haircut. You don't want to get a haircut the day before because it looks like you just got a haircut. Maybe a week or so beforehand. Fresh shave. If you normally have a beard, that's fine. Just make sure that it's nice and trimmed and it looks very sharp. Your tie should be very conservative. Shirt, white or light blue. Shoes and belt match. Make sure that your shoes are well polished. You don't want to come in with scuffed up shoes. You want them to look nice. Any accessories, make sure it's very simple, maybe a watch, tie clip, those things are fine. But for men, no earrings, no necklaces, no cologne. Suit should be navy blue, charcoal, or black. Now, if you don't have a full suit, having a sports jacket and dress pants is fine. Just make sure that it's all very well coordinated and match so that you look nice. For women, probably the biggest mistake that most women make is their clothes are too tight and they're showing too much skin. Recruiters really don't want to see that. And what I want you to also understand is we really depend on first impressions. And if someone walks up to a recruiter and they're not dressed real appropriate, that first impression is going to turn them off and they're going to go, nope, not interested. So be very careful with this. You're not going out on the town. This is a business professional event. Accessories, again, nothing gaudy, no costume jewelry, maybe a simple necklace with stud earrings, that's fine. Like the men said, no cologne, no perfume for women. But I want to smell nice. Yeah, that's great. But what if you go up to a recruiter that is allergic to that and they sneeze, or it causes them to itch or something like that? Again, first impressions, you don't want that. You want to have a pantsuit, skirts, suit, or dress suit are all perfectly fine. Your shoes should be closed-toed, 3-inch heels or less. Very solid conservative colors. I have seen students that come in and they're wearing 6-inch stilettos. Guys, you're going to be on your feet for a long time. You're going to be doing a lot of walking around. There's not an opportunity to really go and sit down. Can you imagine walking around for 3 hours in 6-inch stilettos? It's going to kill your feet. It's going to kill your legs. You're not going to be comfortable. And recruiters are not impressed. So much more conservative. This is more like what we want to see. Absolutely say no to jeans and khakis, flip-flops, sandals, wrinkled, stained, or damaged clothes. I have seen students come in, and this was a male student, and it looked like he had shoved his sports jacket in the bottom of a duffel bag, not folded, just stuffed it in there and hauled it around the world for 3 months. It looked awful. We sent him away. We will send you away if you are not dressed appropriately. We want companies to be impressed with the quality of students that we send to them, and that first impression boils down to how you're dressed and how you look. I've seen students come in, they just bought their outfit and they still have tags on them. So we keep a pair of scissors up at the front so that we can clip those tags off. That's not something unusual. And clip those off before they go in. No sunglasses or hats. No visible tattoos. No facial piercings. It says no cell phones here, but I'm going to put a little caveat on that. If you take your cell phone in, either have it completely turned off or absolutely silent. You don't want to be interrupted. Why would you want to take your cell phone in? Well, sometimes you may come across a company that looks very interesting to you and you want to do some quick research. So you've got your phone and you can go over to the corner or you can step out, something like that, and be able to look the company up and do some quick research on them. So I'm not totally against cell phones, just be very careful with them. You want to leave your purses or bags at the bag check area. No gum, no gaudy jewelry. You want to make a good first impression. When you walk up, you want to have trimmed hair, clean shaven for men, warm smile, feeling very confident, formal dress. Now the handshake. With everything going on with COVID, I'm not sure how people are going to necessarily react to a handshake. What I would suggest is allow the recruiter to take the lead on that. If you feel comfortable giving them a handshake, that's great. Make sure that it's a nice, firm handshake. First thing that you're going to do is use your elevator pitch. You want to practice your elevator pitch. You want to write it out just like you talk. and you want to go over it and over it and over again. You want to be very positive. You want to sound fresh and make sure that you maintain good eye contact. This is a brief introduction to you or of you to the recruiter in about the amount of time that it takes for the average elevator ride. So you don't have much time. It would be something very simple like this. Hi, I'm Dennis Anderson. I'm a senior finance major from Dallas. I noticed some positions posted on your company website, and I'd love to talk to you about the financial analyst role. I recently gained some experience in this area while interning with Star West Bank. You can let the conversation begin. But that's it. It's not anything long. They don't care how many cats you have. Those kinds of things. Get right to the point and pitch yourself. Here's some common recruiter questions. So, what brings you here today? Tell me about any leadership experience you've had. Tell me about a time when you worked on a team. How do you prioritize your time? What abilities do you have that would make you a good fit for our team? What do you know about our company? What interests you about our company? This is where your research, especially with the mission statement and those kinds of things, find out about the culture of the company. That's where that kind of stuff comes in. What coursework have you enjoyed the most so far? Why did you choose your particular major? They want to know about you, guys. So, when you go, make sure you have enough resumes to hand out. We will print those for you. They do not have to be approved resumes to get into the career fair. And I tell students this all the time. It doesn't have to be approved. And yet when I ask them, well, why didn't you go? Well, I didn't have my resume approved. You don't have to have an approved resume to go to the career fair. Is it advisable? Yes. Is it necessary? No. We will print these for you on professional resume paper. We will print 20 to 25 for you. What you will need to do is a week or so ahead of time, email Stacy Johnston at stacy.f.johnston@ttu.edu and have your resume as an attachment and ask her to print those off. And she will print those off for you. You also want to have a nice professional portfolio. We sell those for $15 a piece. We sell those for what we pay for them. So we're not making any money on these. They're very nice, and you want to be able to walk in. That helps you keep your stuff organized. It keeps your resumes from getting messed up and ready to hand out. I would also suggest that you have a document of references. So they may ask you if you have any references, and you would be able to hand those out as well. You're not going to need very many of those, but maybe have it prepared. You also want to make sure that you bring pens because you're going to be doing some writing. And I do say pens, multiple, because what happens if you only bring one and it craps out on you? Then you're kind of stuck. Now, one saving grace with the in-person is a lot of times companies will give pens away as part of their swag, and you could probably run up and down the aisles and find a company that's giving those out and grab one or two more. So you wouldn't be totally out of luck, but why take the chance? Have something that you know will work. You want to be able to take notes as you go. That's why you have that portfolio, and be able to write things down. You want to take down names. You want to take down conversation topics, any follow-up requests, contact information for the person you talk to. Most of those are going to hand out business cards, but they may run out by the time you get there. Know your schedule and be prepared to schedule an interview over the next couple of days if you make a good enough impression. I've known a lot of students that do interviews right after the career fair and secure their job that way. We have tons of companies that will do interviews over the next couple of days after the career fair. Career fair is on Wednesday, and they will spend Thursday and Friday interviewing our students. We have interview rooms all up and down the hall here in the CMC. We have them all over the building. That first day, that Thursday, a lot of times we will have so many companies do them, we will have to put some of them over at the University Career Center and send you over there to meet with that company. So be prepared for that. So here's some keys to success. Number one, be confident. Walk in there knowing who you are and what you have to offer. You want to make a good first impression. You want to walk up and be confident and be dressed appropriately and have a smile on your face and all of those kinds of things. Ask good questions. Research the company that you're interested in. Practice your elevator pitch. Practice in the shower. Practice video taping yourself. Practice with your friends. Really practice. Dress to impress. Smile. Make good eye contact. Know your resume. So if they ask you something about it, you can respond. And know the industry that you're wanting to go into. All of those kinds of things are very key to your success. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will be at the career fair, the in-person career fair. I don't know that I will be online with the virtual one, but you can contact me during that just by emailing me. But if you have questions, shoot me an email, set up an appointment, come and visit me, whatever you need to do, and we'll get you going. And hopefully this will be a very successful event for you. And again, we will have this each semester that you're